The last episode ended in Guadalajara, coming to El Día de la Muerte, the Day of the Death, to Mexico City. In the following episode, you will see the whole adventure through Mexico City, our journey to Tulum, our journey to Puebla, and also a miracle that happened to a newly initiated devotee and her brother who got abducted by the mafia in Mexico. Everybody is dressed really weird. Look here, the kids. Hola.
Hola.
And I think people are thinking what we are dressed up.
It's the first day that we are not calling the attention.
Mexico, my first sight.
Mexico, we are outside. ¿Qué más, carnal? Mexico.
In Mexico, you can't drive without a map, and everything is far. Cuernavaca, Chelo.
Yay, let's go. Wow. So we are about to reach the most dangerous curve in Mexico.
La pera.
We had a beautiful event at the Soul Spring Sanctuary where we stay overnight. Indeed, an oasis to rest and rejuvenate.
We are here, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. We are trying to learn bhajans. We are destroyed, but Swami Aniruddha keeps persisting. We appreciate your...
We are in Tepoztlan for Nom chanting.
Y Tepos es cerro desgajado, entonces este es el lugar de los cerros desgajados, porque están como así, como si los hubieran cortado.
This is said to be the
Sí.
head of Quetzalcoatl, divine incarnation. He lived about 1,000 years before Christ. He's the feathered serpent. This is like his head here, his eye, and then the whole body goes along till Tepoztlan. It's all said to be his body.
Entonces, pues supuestamente Seacatl Topitzin Quetzalcoatl, que fue una encarnación del dios Quetzalcoatl de la tradición mexica, nació en este pueblo. Así como Krishna nació en Brindavan, Seacatl Topitzin Quetzalcoatl nació aquí.
On the way back to Mexico City, passing through the roads of Tepoztlan. Aditya has headache. He drove by here and he wants some tortillas. Some quesadillas. Hola, señora.
Mission accomplished.
Took the wrong turn, but no problem. We drive back on the highway. Now we are getting to Mexico City. 30 million inhabitants. But good night. We are in Mexico City, here in Circle of Men, having a podcast, and then we will have a gathering. Very nice.
I love the creativity and the possibility of people to invent and solve problems. Where are we going? Tulum!
We're outside.
So, we are outside. So I know that you have some memories from Tulum, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time you've been here?
Tulum, I've been last time about 22 years ago, or 23.
Are you going to share your stories later on?
No. Let the past rest.
6 a.m. pizza, Italian, and they complain about me.
Just doing seva, because otherwise he will burn his mouth, he said. We basically just missed our flight. Gate closed for a few seconds, minutes. But at least he had a pizza.
We had.
130.
We got a new flight to Cancun. The events for today were cancelled. Luckily, we again just slept 2-3 hours, and now we can again wait here at the airport. It seems like a pattern, but it's life. And well, at least we managed to see what's waiting there. Why all this chaos? How you feel that you made us lose the flight today?
I'm so happy I made a video of who was actually eating the pizza. Desires drags you to this reality. We could have been flying high,
And
but now
distractions.
distractions.
We all distracted.
We were speaking
all-
about Guruji, I must say. We were talking about Guruji. That's a good thing. Because I don't feel so guilty, but we had a pizza and flow.
But you feel guilty.
Not now, because I pay my karma. Okay, Gurudev. Finally, we arrived to Cancun, the most expected city of the trip.
We arrived in Tulum, in the national park. This is our home over there. We still don't really know what's going on.
We're in the middle of the jungle. We pass a very strict control of the police to go inside. We are next to the sea. It's an incredible place. Tomorrow morning we will know more.
So yesterday was the descent of Ganga.
The first night when we arrived, immediately followers and devotees joined us, and we had a dinner with them. It's nice to see how Guruji's love spread all around the world. It was unexpected, and we ended up being like maybe a sangha of 7 people having dinner in the hotel. And the next day we had a yagna, om chanting. People were really open, especially during the om chanting. For the yagna, people arrived, they didn't have background on what was going on, but they stayed for it, they did their prayers, they received the blessing of the manifested deity of Swami Aniruddha.
Tulum is a very particular place and has a very beautiful nature. After the last event, we went to the sea and we were reflecting about our whole tour.
That's insane how everything just happened under the sweet will of Guruji, Krishna.
Realizing how magical everything was, especially that moment under the full moon. at the sea with all the memories amongst brothers contemplating on the grace of Guru and God. Now we got the last retreat, Mexico City being picked up, and then event near Puebla.
The spiritual people of Tulum, which also like to do a lot of party. Still you can feel the vibe of holiday and party and spirituality. So a lot of people do all those things, and obviously the depth of the practice is therefore also limited. But it's a very beautiful place, very beautiful nature, and it was nice to have a dip in the sea.
Yeah, checking which car we like. Mexico, we outside.
A break in the petrol station to get some quesadillas, some water, because we have still 2.5 hours to drive.
There were massive roadblocks because the farmers were so angry. There was a man who took all the money which was invested into building roads, and the government just let him go. Something like that happened.
And now we are stuck. Absolute chaos here. Absolute chaos. Road is blocked. So we all have to go out. We saw a few people taking a turn and going back to the highway. It changed from 2.5 hours to 45 minutes. We avoided that road over there, and we have the whole highway for ourselves.
If it goes well, we will communicate you soon, but you never know.
Now the highway is also blocked.
Luckily, we stopped somewhere before we were completely immersed in the traffic. We tried to sneak into the traffic line when we saw that there is an opening at the gate. Aditya seemed to have seen somebody driving through there, which leads through the agricultural land. So let's try. What could go wrong? We saw a house and we were aware that to get to the house there must also be an access, and if there's an access, there's also a way to get out. But when we drove the way out, we saw these two people standing there with torches, and we didn't know what's gonna really happen. We just know the farmers are super angry and we are just driving through private land.
Honestly, we were a bit worried. What's gonna happen? What are they gonna do? Who are these guys?
No, estaba abierto, vimos a alguien que pasó porque no sabíamos nada.
Sí, porque yo pensé que estaban allá abajo alguien.
No, nadie. Está desviado, entramos ahí, y ahí hay una cerca abierta y salimos.
But they were actually quite friendly and were only worried if somebody is down there charging us money to pass through this road.
Okay, Google Maps is sending us into the nowhere.
Disculpe, señor, la gasolinera, creo que me equivoqué. ¿Aquí abajito?
En diagonal ahí abajo.
Okay, gracias.
Gracias. And now we are back to 1 hour and 12. Let's see. Let's
Ahí se ve
see.
la autopista, toda bloqueada.
Here it's blocked, and here it's free. It's not the best road, but
It's like India. And we are about to enter again the road. Or maybe we're driving next to it where it's free. No, we're driving back to the... We're getting into it.
Dale.
Dale. We just hit a car.
Creo que fumas el break, ¿no?
Ando lento, ¿cómo no se va a fijar?
Pues no, si no me fijé, pido una disculpa.
¿Está todo bien?
No, pues sí, pero de todas formas me va a tener que pagar el golpe, el carro es mío.
¿Cuál golpe?
¿Cómo cuál golpe? Pues el golpe que le dieron.
My God, the lady really tried hard to squeeze money from us.
Sí, pero...
Es que se tiene que mandar a reparar.
Sí, reparar cosa. Mire, señora, tocamos aquí de eso con eso. No pasó nada.
I tried to explain her that this doesn't work like this. At some point, Rajadas told me to calm down and go to the car.
¿Cómo puede ser esa pintura cuando tocamos aquí?
No es lo mismo, le dieron el golpe aquí y
No.
acá.
Señora, no funciona así.
I find it an amusing theater. At least we didn't get bored.
The whole situation was solved with 500 pesos because neither he has insurance on the car, nor the other car has insurance, so it was the easiest way to avoid any further problems.
It's okay.
But she tried.
It's okay.
Now we are on 25 minutes.
And finally we reached to the retreat place and took a well-earned night walk with the whole group. This place is a very magical place, surrounded by various volcanoes. We are up 2,700 meters over the sea level. The retreat was a retreat in relation to the teachings of Carlos Castaneda and Don Juan and the Toltecs, which were a great ancient civilization in Mesoamerica. We had a few slots to do our events because they didn't want to color it too much with Hinduism or Bhakti Marga, but still we had a lot of exchange with the people of the retreat, and we found that they are very much interested and they enjoyed very much all what we had to give them. The first night we enjoyed a huge, amazing bonfire. Some of them had masks, we were sitting around sharing some songs, everybody from their tradition. It was quite sweet, at least for some time.
I'm so grateful with Guruji that he gave us a very grounded path, that we can walk, that we can love, and stay really like anchor on the love for God. And I pray that everybody can find their guru and their path in this life. Otherwise, it's a jungle. Jai Gurudev.
We had our morning program, one time kirtan and meditation, and the second day Om chanting. And I attended also a lecture on the Toltec, which is quite interesting. While they were doing their events, we were doing our work on the one spot where Wi-Fi was available. The last day they did the Temazcal, which is like being in the womb of Mother Earth. In the meantime, Aditya and myself did our puja and our prayers and got ready for the trip back to Mexico. Opening and the closing ceremony is the opening and closing of the rhombus, where you venerate the different deities in all directions. We left this retreat definitely with some new experiences, with some nice encounters. Especially a few of the youngsters kept on posting us afterwards videos where they chant mantra.
We are outside! Let's sing!
Just arrived from Puebla in Mexico again. We're gonna go to have darshan of Our Lady of Guadalupe before we go for the final dinner with devotees, and then pack and cello to Germany.
¿Qué es esto, amigo?
Elote.
¿Viene con manteca?
No, mayonesa.
Swami Aniruddha, where are we going?
Guadalupe.
Looks like Jwalamuki, huh?
This is the way how Indians should learn to do the darshan. So people can stand on this, and then up there is the image of the Holy Mother, which was found by the indigenous.
It's the most visited church in America.
This is the end of this journey, and it was really nice trip, really nice traveling with my brother here. Good time meeting so many beautiful souls, sharing Guruji's teaching and Guruji's love, getting to know so many new people and new connections. I'm very grateful for everything, and yeah, looking forward to what life brings next.
Es el triste final. We finished this adventure, but we will have many more. Jai Gurudev a todos, and thanks Swami Aniruddha for this amazing trip. I never felt so close to you. Yeah, it was nice to feel Guruji so present in our life, in our trip. When it's very true. When we come together in His name, spreading His glories, He is among us.
And now, as promised, the story of the brother of a devotee who got saved from the Mexican mafia.
Swami Aniruddha, what happened a few days ago in Mexico?
One new initiated devotee, she wanted to come to our events, but she couldn't because her brother was missing, and he lives in a city which is very dangerous. A lot of people get kidnapped, and in fact he was kidnapped. He was gone for 5-6 days. Missing, and we asked Guruji. He said he would pray for her, and then in the darshan somebody asked him, and he said he's alive, to chant Ugram Viram Mahavishnum, the Narasimha mantra. And today we got the message that he's alive. They took everything from him, but they left his life. So it's a miracle, because normally people get missing, they don't come back.
And was on the same day when they came to Guruji's darshan and they asked him for blessing.
So during the darshan in Bali of November 8th, I showed Guruji a picture of Srila Dasi, this new devotee in Mexico, together with her brother. And I told Guruji that the brother was missing since a few days ago. And Guruji said, look, it's very dangerous. He's still alive. They haven't killed him, but it's very dangerous. So I asked Guruji, could you protect him and be with him? And then Guruji said, tell them to chant the Narasimha mantra. So I told her, and I told the devotees in Mexico, and after 8 hours, she messaged me saying that her brother was alive and that he was back home alive and safe.
So Jai Gurudev, let's use the opportunity to connect people with Guruji. Could be a life-transforming event, and it's beautiful to see how Guruji takes care of everybody, devotees, non-devotees, whoever takes shelter on him. Jai Gurudev.